In the heart of the lush African kingdom of Umuachi, where the air is thick with the scent of palm trees and the sound of tribal drums echoes through the land, there existed a kingdom of unparalleled beauty. Its queen, Adana, who ruled with the iron fist of tradition, her presence a symbol of power, grace, and unchallenged authority. But beneath her impeccable reign, a dangerous and scandalous secret festered. Adana had always been the favored daughter of the village elders, celebrated for her wisdom and beauty. But what no one knew was that her beauty had been a double-edged sword. Beneath her flawless exterior, she was consumed with an insatiable hunger envy. She coveted the one thing that had always eluded her, true love. For years, she watched as her younger sister, Amaka, lived a life filled with pure affection, married to the village's most respected blacksmith, Obinna. Amaka was everything that Adana was not. She is humble, kind, and loved by all. Her marriage to Obinna was a dream come true, a fairy tale that the people of Umuachi adored. Obinna was handsome, strong, and loved Amaka with a passion that rivaled the sun's heat. They were the perfect couple, and the village rejoiced every time they were seen together. But their happiness was a thorn in the queen's side, a constant reminder of what she would never have. One fateful day, as the sun set behind the mountains, Adana summoned Obinna to her palace under the guise of discussing matters of state. She had noticed that he was growing restless in his role as the blacksmith and felt he could be of greater use to the kingdom. When Obinna arrived, she welcomed him with lavish gifts, food, and promises of untold wealth and power. The palace was draped in fine silks, and the air was thick with the scent of exotic flowers. But beneath the allure of luxury, a dangerous trap was waiting. Adana led Obinna to a secluded chamber, where she confessed her feelings for him, revealing that her love for him had been burning since their youth. She offered him everything: land, riches, and power. If only he would leave Amaka and join her as her consort. She seduced him with words of promises and dreams of grandeur, telling him that together, they could rule the kingdom and bring prosperity to Umuachi. But Obinna, loyal to his wife, rejected her advances, firmly stating that his heart belonged only to Amaka. Adana was infuriated, humiliated by the rejection, and vowed to destroy the only thing that stood between her and what she wanted most. Determined to have Obinna for herself, Adana devised a devious plan. She began to spread rumors about Amaka, accusing her of witchcraft and claiming that her beauty and charm were nothing more than tricks of dark magic. She'd whispered to the elders, made subtle insinuations to the villagers, and before long, the gossip had spread like wildfire. Amaka's once pure reputation began to unravel as suspicions grew. Meanwhile, Obinna, consumed with worrying for his wife's safety, tried to defend Amaka, but the village's opinion had already turned. People began to avoid Amaka, and some even turned their backs on her, fearing she was cursed. Adana's grip on the village tightened, as she manipulated the elders into backing her claim that Amaka was a danger to the kingdom. But Amaka's heart, though broken, remained strong. She knew that her husband loved her, and she refused to leave the village without him. In a last-ditch effort, she confronted her sister in the royal court, demanding that Adana reveal the truth. Adana, with her flawless pose, denied everything, but the villagers had begun to grow suspicious. The more she denied it, the more they began to wonder if the queen was hiding something darker. As the tension in the village reached its breaking point, a trusted elder, Azuku, who had served the royal family for decades, began to piece together the truth. He discovered that Adana had been seen leaving Obinna's house the night the rumors about Amaka had first surfaced. With the help of a few loyal villagers, Azuku uncovered the letters and gifts that Adana had secretly sent Obinna, confessing her love and demanding his loyalty. The village was in shock. The elders called a public meeting, and the entire village gathered in the square. The air was thick with whispers as the truth was finally revealed. Adana had betrayed her own sister for power, driven by a jealousy that knew no bounds. The scandal was too much to bear. The queen had not only broken the sacred bond between sisters, but had torn apart the fabric of the community itself. As the villagers confronted Adana, she stood tall, her face a mask of defiance. But as the elders presented the evidence, her facade crumbled. She broke down, confessing everything: the envy, the manipulation, and the lies, but the damage was already done. The village had turned its back on her, and the people could no longer trust the woman who had once been their queen. Obinna, heartbroken and betrayed, returned to Amakazai, vowing to rebuild their life together. The villagers, realizing the power of truth and loyalty, stood by them, restoring Amaka's name and casting Adana into exile. The once revered queen was stripped of her title, her wealth, and her power, left to wander the land in search of redemption. The story teaches that envy and greed can destroy even the most sacred of relationships. It is a stark reminder that no matter how powerful one may be, betrayal and deceit will always be uncovered in the end. True love, loyalty, and integrity are far more valuable than wealth or power, and those who allow jealousy to cloud their judgment will ultimately lose everything.